Good evening traders and welcome to Hautrader UK. It's currently Thursday the 28th of May 2020 and the time is currently 22:57 PM UK time. Traders, hope you're having a good trading week. Hope you're all keeping safe in amongst this pandemic that we're all living through at the moment. If it's your first time to the channel, I'd like to welcome you to Hautrader UK. Hope you're going to enjoy the content that we put out this evening. And if you've been here before, guys, I'm really grateful that you keep coming back, and I hope you guys are also getting some value from what we're putting out there. I'm going to jump over into the charts, guys, because it's a trade that we've already triggered, and what we're looking for is we're looking to the British pound Australian dollar. Now I'm here currently on the monthly chart of this pair, and we've already been short this market already. In fact, a few weeks ago, made some money. And if you remembered from the previous video, let me just put the studies back on. There you can see the initial red arrow where we got in before, and we were actually looking for price to come into this green area and then take us north. Well, that didn't transpire, and the good thing about it is, because of the system that I use, when price did get into that area, there were no patterns that were created that forced me into a sell. Because when my system shows a buy or a sell, I have to take that trade. So let me just fatten this up and let's just show you exactly what's happened here. And in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of some of these. Let's just see what I can get rid of. Now I can get rid of this line here. Let's get rid of that. And I can also get rid of that line there. Okay. So what we have now is we had price come down through daily structure, come down through supply. Okay. Come down through supply of this market. Now let's go down the time frames and let's just see why I got into this trade. Okay, and as I go down 10-hour chart, we go down to the 9-hour chart. I'm going to go right down to the 4-hour chart, and what you will see is that price has basically been, let me just switch a couple of things on here. Let's just show you exactly what's caused me to go into this trade. Apart from the fundamentals, which are fairly dire from a British pound Australian dollar situation, what you have here from the technical side, what you'll see is price has just been stepping its way down, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. And again, here we find ourselves with another lower high. Now obviously we've had quite a move down on this market, and at some point we're going to be expecting a bigger than usual correction. But I've not seen any signs of that in this current price action. So what's forced me into this trade was price came into this area of supply here, this area of supply, which is where there should be sellers, okay, and that's now allowed me to take a position short. Now, as you can see, price is moving in our direction at the moment, which is fine. You know, we don't know whether that's going to continue, whether price is just going to take us out. But the next step in this trade is to get to break even as quickly as possible. And if you remember, how we do that now is that we take a vertical line. Let's just grab that vertical line. We put it on we take the distance in between our stop loss and the distance in between our entry, and we project that forward. So there, and it's at this level here, that if price gets to this level, which is where we move our system or we put ourselves in a situation whereby we're at break even. So let's see how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to give this a shot. You know, the fundamentals say that, you know, we should continue down, although we have been moving down quite a bit and we may be due for a correction. But we've seen a potential trade here. We're taking the trade and we're going to see how that goes. So I'll keep you informed how that goes, ladies and gentlemen. I'll speak to you soon. Take care, traders. Good morning, traders, and welcome to Hautrader UK. It's currently Friday the 29th of May 2020 and the time is 13 minutes past 11 AM UK time. Traders, if this is your first time to the channel, I want to welcome you here to Hautrader UK. Hope you're going to enjoy this little presentation that we put out. And traders, if you've been here before, again, we're so grateful that you keep coming back, and we really hope that you're getting content out of what we do. Now, guys, I just want to point you across. If you're enjoying the channel, come across, subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon. That way you'll make sure that you'll get our content immediately as soon as we release it. If not, go take a look at our Facebook page. We have a website, hautrader.co.uk. Although we were setting up a course at the process, so the website is not yet fully up and running. But if you want to go and take a look at the way it's going to look moving forward, by all means do so. But without further ado, guys, I'm going to jump over into the markets here because I want to do a short video on trade management. You will see that earlier in the video, yesterday, sorry, let me go back a little bit. Here we are on the 3-month chart of the British pound Australian dollar, the pound Aussie. Okay, now we took a short position yesterday on this market, on this pair, based on some fundamentals, based on the fact that we thought that potentially this correction, let me just get my marking tool here. We actually initially thought that this correction which actually corrects this downtrend, was actually still had some more some more northwards way to go. So what we actually did is we drew a line in. There was a green shaded line in round about here where we were going to be looking to go long. But basically, when we looked at the bigger picture, we realised that actually this correction could be now over and price was headed further down now. So that put us on alert to be selling the British pound Aussie dollar. And as we worked our way down the time frames, the importance then became, well, where do we get in? Where do we look to get into this trade? So let me get down here to the daily chart. And here we are on the daily chart. And for some reason, the little arrows are missing what will normally show us what bar we get in. But there has just been an update on this pair, on this program Trading View. So that could be the reason the bars are still there. But if you look at the daily chart, obviously here we are. Okay, and it's actually this bar that we got in on, this daily bar. So I'm going to go down 18-hour chart, this bar, 12. Again, this bar. And as we go further down the time frames, we start to see the reason that we got in. Here we are on the 4-hour chart. And if I remember rightly, when we did the initial video, price was somewhere down here. And price has since come back up into this area, touched us, took us in and gone down. Let's go down to the hourly chart. Now, 2-hour chart, that this will be able to allow me to do what I'm going to do. Now, one of the things that we do when we're looking at the market is we have a method now of bringing our stop to break even. And what we normally say is, this is our stop loss up here. We take our stop loss, and if I can grab the right tool, we take our stop loss, we bring a vertical line down to our entry. Okay? And we project that forward in time. And what then normally happens is when price gets to this level, which is the very end, when price gets to this level, which is the same amount as pips in profit as we are in risk, we take price to break even. But what's happened here is price has moved so fast that we're actually now, oops, let me get rid of that. We're actually now at a 2-to-1. So what I would normally have done up here, I'm going to do it now, although we're a little bit late, but it's in our benefit, let's be honest, is I'm going to take off half of the position. I'm going to leave the stop where it is, because what that does is it allows price to come back up here if it needs to, have a little bit of wiggle room, and if we're lucky that it doesn't take us out, and then goes in our direction, that's great. But if it does take us out on this, normally we would be a break even, but here we're gonna have a 1-to-1 because we're a 2-to-1 at the moment. So let's sort that out right in front of you. So what is it we want to do? Okay, so this is where we have to be careful. We have to focus. So what we have to consider, we have to modify. Okay, now we are currently short this pair. So to take out half of the position, this is the lot size here. This 215404 is the lot size. And what I need to do is I need to buy half of that position to take half of that position off of my sell. Well, what that means is 107702 is that amount. So what I have to do is buy at market 107702. Okay, that's half of the lot size position. And what you will see is you'll see this pound and pence figure go down to 1,000 or so pounds, and then you'll see this lot size go down to approximately this figure here. So let's enter that into the market now. And there you go. And you'll see by the left hand side that that has now been actioned. So that's half of the position banked. Okay, now let's get rid of this just for now. Remove that, and let's remove this horizontal line. So we can't lose this trade. In fact, we've made some money on this trade, which is going to stay in our bank account. Now, the big thing, the bigger picture in this trade is there's our stop, way down there. Okay, so we're going to see how this pans out. So ladies and gentlemen, keep your eyes on the chart. I will inform you as soon as something moves, or if we get taken out, or if we, price pushes down close to our stop loss. Take care, traders. Good evening, traders, and welcome to Hautrader UK. It's currently Tuesday, the 2nd of June, 2020, and the time is 10:54 p.m. UK time. Traders, hope you're having a great trading week. It's been an interesting time in the world. You guys over in the States, you're having it. There's a lot going on in the world, guys, and there's a lot to be, there's a lot to be grateful for, that we're not in certain situations right now that are happening in the world. And we've just got to, in this time of turmoil, it actually, believe it or not, it is actually the time of most opportunity if you're a trader, because the markets are more volatile, the swings are more volatile, and that's fundamentally where we would make most of our money, but it's also fundamentally where we could lose most of our money. Now, it's certainly a time for care. It's certainly a time for patience, but it's also a time for loading up the cart, because opportunity lies here. So if this is your first time to the channel, I want to welcome you on board. Hope you're going to enjoy this content. If you've been here before, guys, welcome back. Please subscribe to the channel, press on the bell icon, leave comments. Those are the ways that we get to know whether things are, you're enjoying the content, or whether we should carry on with this, or whether we should just continue trading our own accounts. Now, the pair that I'm going to talk you into is the British pound Aussie dollar, and here we are on the 3-month chart of that pair. Now, quick recap. We saw this downtrend. Okay, so remember, this is a 3-month chart, so each one of these bars represents a 3-month period. So this is all the way back in 2004, just to give you just some perspective. Price impulsively moved down in this downtrend for years and years and years. Then price moved up. Part of the correction of this downtrend, price moved down. And then price moved up again. And at some point, we believe that this trend is going to continue down. This correction is on its way back down. So, what our aim was in this particular trade, and I'm just going to clear away these blue arrows so we can have a clear chart to work with here, is what I was looking at, what we were looking at. We were looking at, let's just fatten up the chart a little bit. Price at this part of the correction had moved itself into an area of confluence right up in this area here. And let's just go down to the weekly charts. Okay? Now, price had moved itself into an area of confluence up here, and then price has started to fall off. So when you're on a 3-month chart and you hit an area of confluence, remember what you're looking at in a 3-month bar is priced to move, is priced to really move. So as you go down the time frames, monthly chart, weekly chart, sorry, 2 weekly chart, daily chart, what you're looking at is an area to get on this trend, okay? Because we'd already decided that's what we wanted to do. Let's go down to the daily chart. Now, when we were looking at this market, price had already moved down through, come up into this area, created a level of supply there, and then come down to this area somewhere down here. And what we were waiting for is we were waiting for prices to just go back up and touch this area and then take us down. Let's continue down the time frame. Let's go down to the 4-hour chart. Now, what we're looking at here is, I think if I remember rightly, we were somewhere in here. Okay? And price, this red arrow here is our entry. And as you can see, we didn't have an awful lot of pain with this market. Price came up and touched, just went put us slightly in the red there, and ever since price has fallen off. Now, what I want to show you here is this is our take profit down here, and obviously this is our entry. We moved our stop to break even, and if you remember, we were late moving our stop to break even, but that actually worked in our favour, because when we did move our stop to break even, we were at 2 to 1. Okay, so that allowed us to take off half the position at a 2 to 1 and leave the stops where they were. Should price come up and take us out, would we still be break even? What has since happened is price has moved in our favour. I mean, look at that, guys. Look at that beautiful move. Okay, now there's our take profit, and we're here on the 4-hour chart. Let's just go up a little bit. 6-hour, 8-hour, 9-hour, 10-hour, 12-hour, 18-hour, daily. Okay. The reason I've done that, is I wanted to see how long price has been just above our stop loss. Because there's our stop loss, and look where price is. And I mean, with the best will in the world, we are currently let's go down a bit, 35 pips away from our stop loss. Okay, and that's on an 18-hour chart. Now let's just go down and let's make sure that that is actually accurate, because it looks a lot close. As I look at it here, it looks a lot closer than that, so I just want to be sure. One moment there, traders. So that's where price actually is right now. Actually, we're not, we're a lot less, 25 pips away from our stop. Let's just go down to the hourly chart. Yeah, 20 odd pips. So we're only 20 odd pips away from our stop, but price has been sat at that level for 10 hours. Okay, as you can see, what's this here? Oh yes, let's remove that. As you can see, price has been sat there for 10 hours. Now, for 20 odd pips, the last thing I want to happen now is for price to take off. And when you consider price has been sat here for 10 hours, and some makes us primed to a bounce. Now, for 20 odd pips, I'd rather take this trade off. And here's where we got in. Here's where we got in. Let's go to that area there. Let's go all the way down, and there we are at 414 pips. I'm happy with 414 pips, guys. Absolutely over the moon with 414 pips. So what we're going to do here is we're going to close the position. Do we want to close the position? Absolutely yes. And there we go. Great winner, guys. Absolutely great winner. But this only can happen because we've got a system. We've got a system in place which we've tweaked, and we look at, we tweak it again till we're happy, okay? And this system now is we're more than happy with where we are, but that doesn't mean to say that we can't tweak it and improve it. But that's how you make money in these markets, guys. There's 400 and on pips gone. I've already taken this off in our real accounts, because this is where we do our analysis. Guys, once again, the power of a system is unbelievable. Fall in love with the process. Forget about the money. Just fall in love with the process. And once you have got that mindset where actually what is most important to you is, are you doing the process right? Excuse me. The most important thing to you should be, are you doing is what you're doing, is the process that you're working through 100% meeting your rules? And if it is, guys, and the trade works out like this, wonderful. But you're going to see in my YouTube channel, you're going to see areas where I've stuck to my plan and the trade still didn't work out, guys, and that's going to happen. But what's really important is that when we're losing trades, we're losing 0.5%, 1%, no more than that of our trade. And then we have these massive 400, 500, 600 pip moves, which with all the best will in the world, guys, let's just go up to the daily chart here. This is the bar that we got in on 1, 2, 3 days. Just under 3 days, it's taken us to make 415 or so pips. It's a beautiful thing. I'll speak to you all soon, traders. Take care now.